A direct source of calcium is important for some invertebrates, whereas others it is more effective to dust their food with the calcium for the intake. Looking at alternative sources of calcium, other than the less sustainable source of cuttlefish bone, we decided to test how much calcium some rocks might contain, looking at rocks with potentially high calcium, so they do not just act as decor within the invertebrate setup, but as a source of calcium too. The suitable rocks with high calcium content for testing were selected both for sustainability of the source and for some that may mimic similarities to the habitats of the invertebrates they come from, such as cliff sides or caves. This would suggest carbonate rocks which are sedimentary, of which two major types are limestone or dolomite. For the purposes of testing, we look at the limestone types which the calcium, CaCO3, is either aragonite or calcite. The group, however, also includes veterite. Rocks, usually from a sustainable marine sources containing aragonite, have much better structure in terms of naturally formed holes to increase the surface area than other rocks. This will also help the form of a hide for the invertebrates as part of the decor, as well being the much needed calcium source. We selected two rocks for testing. One would be called ocean rock and the other white hole stone. These were further selected due to the availability of their surface area. The next was to test the calcium carbonate content, which basically we knew the majority of the content of the rocks we chose should be calcium carbonate, but to double check a high source suitable for invertebrate setups, we double checked. The test is quite simple, but first, using a tool which is a drill or a grinder or similar, we would first need to grind up some of the rock into a fine powder. The ground rock sample, which is approximately a teaspoon amount, would then be placed within a test tube. We then need to add approximately 10 millilitres of a strong acid, which we used a 25% solution of acetic acid to the glass test tube. The effervescent of this would be the calcium reacting with the acid. After the test tube has been left for 24 hours, the sediment which is left over, which has not reacted with the acid, would be impurities. As you can see from the picture, despite the test not being quantifiable, the amount of sediment left over is very, very small in comparison to the teaspoon of starting ground up rock. In summary, invertebrates need calcium within their environment or within their food. Those, like isopods, source it from their environment. So looking for a sustainable and cost-effective source, which could also act as a hide, similar to a cliffside or a cave-dwelling habitat in the wild, we've come to the conclusion that aragonite-containing rocks have a very high calcium source with minimal impurities, plus, due to the formation, have an ideal structure to act as a hide, with many holes and crevices for an invertebrate population or colony. Thank you for watching. If you have found this video useful, please don't forget to like the video and subscribe to our channel. This will give you updates on new releases of a similar nature. This is very helpful to us. We do appreciate it. Check out our social media links found within the description of this video. We also love discussion, especially if you have another point of view. Please add your comments, it helps improve our content. We do have plans to make many more videos in the future, however, these might have content updates as our work progresses. Our videos might be updated and re-uploaded at any point as our research progresses. Thank you once again.